Hi students, how are you? Welcome to our class. And this is e-learning in education. And my name is Yalo Waiganjo, and I'll be taking you through this course. Now, we are going to start with introducing the whole course. What is it really e-learning in education all about? And we are going to look at the concept, the technologies that are within the e-learning overview. Okay, so looking at the first thing is defining e-learning, and we are also looking into e-learning and ICT in education. Now, to understand e-learning, e-learning is a type of learning conducted digitally via electronic media, typically involving the internet. It can be accessed via most electronic devices, including a computer, a laptop, a tablet, smartphone, making kind of versatile and easy ways for students to learn wherever they are. So meaning e-learning is what it's exactly what we are doing right now. Right now we are learning. I am teaching you via the internet using a laptop recording, and I'm uploading this pre-recorded video on the YouTube channel and then share with you the link so that you can actually get the information that I'm giving you, and then you learn from it. Most of your assignments, your notes, and other learning materials, you are getting them via learning management system, and which is LMS. And the LMS, you access it when you have a laptop, a smartphone, a tablet, and you access it also when you have internet. And this is a kind of a website that you'll be able to access when you have internet and these digital devices. So that is the e-learning that you're talking about. What you are doing now, you are learning electronically, using electronic devices. Okay, and that is e-learning, which stands for electronic learning. E-learning is also refers to online learning, meaning you are learning online. And online means that you are on internet. So that means you are learning while you are on the internet. And you learn wherever you are. Right now, I'm in Windhoek. I am not where you are. You are not where I am. And you learn also at your own space. Some students will listen to this video tomorrow morning, or maybe Saturday, or maybe Friday. Some they will listen to it maybe at afternoon. Some they are going to listen to it in the evening. Anytime they get a free time to listen to this recording, to learn, then they will. Even the assignments, you do them at your own space. Although you are given a due date as when to submit the assignments, but you usually learn at your own space. Sometimes you can do the whole learning. Let's say it's a topic. You will learn it within one day. Some they will take 2 weeks to do whatever that is required to be done within one topic. So it's actually differ per student. And that is the online learning, which is electronic learning. Okay. Now, talking of ICT as well in education, remember we are saying e-learning and is ICT. So firstly, let's look at what is the meaning of ICT. Okay, so ICT stands for Information Communication Technology. Okay, that is what it stands for, which is ITCs. Like what I've written here is Information Communication Technologies. Okay, and it's a broad term for information technology. So the information, mostly people talks of IT, which is just the information technology. Okay, which is refers to all communication technologies, including the internet, the wireless network, cell phones, you name them, video conferencing. Right now, this video, I'm recording it using video conferencing platform, which is Zoom. Okay, and it will be Zoom that we'll be using when we are going to have our live lessons. We'll be using Zoom. There are so many other platforms for video conferencing. But what we are trying to say is when you use all these technologies, in order for you to be able to access, to retrieve, to store, to transmit, and to manipulate information in a digital format. This time you're not going to have textbooks that are hard copies, or I'm not going to be there and will be writing on the board with a marker pen. Okay, no, we will be doing it using some digital forms such as a laptop, internet, and others that has been mentioned here, so that we can exchange information. I record, you listen, we communicate, we have a live lesson via video conferencing platforms. All this becomes digital information, and we exchange it. Okay, now when you look at it into education, then digital informations are used in education so that students can learn using all these technologies that we have mentioned. And with ICT comes e-learning, because e-learning happens because of this information technology tools, such as a cell phone, a mobile phone, and others. Okay, so that is what e-learning and ICT, when you combine them together, they give you education, and they make work easier as well. Okay, it makes marking easier. We are able to reach out to hundreds of students that are not in one place because of ICT and because of e-learning that comes in. Now, ICT makes the facilitation reachable, so that, electronical, the facilitation of education electronical. Okay, so that is ICT in education, plus the e-learning in education. Okay, and please, if you have a question, I'll leave a chat on the LMS where you can ask your questions based on this video, or alternatively, you can actually leave your question within just below the YouTube chat. Then we can be able to exchange all this information. Now, e-learning platforms, there are a lot of platforms, but I have chosen the common used 5. Okay, starting with the first one, which is a master class. With a master class, it's an American base. Okay, and what they do is that they pre-record various of lectures and tutorials on these platforms, and students, they can just subscribe and you'll be able to be taught and learn. Okay, and then we have Coursera. I have I access I did my 2 certificates via Coursera. It's another platform that engage universities and other organizations to offer online courses, and then certificates as well as degree from various universities. Okay, so that is now Coursera. So it does help also students to get accredited qualifications as well as non-accredited qualifications. And then we have edX. With edX is an American massive open learning course. Then this one, it has been created by Harvard and Mint. So they also host online courses. They are more or less the same. Okay, and then they also do some research. Okay, that is now edX. Then we have Udemy. Okay, Udemy is also an online learning and teaching platform. Okay, and it's having a lot of students. They are more or less the same. It's just that you might find some courses on Udemy, you might find some courses on Coursera, you might find some courses on Masterclass. So you can actually go anywhere else and get your and do your courses. As to how you become a facilitator, then these are based in US, and most of them are US based or Asian or Europe-based universities and facilitators. Okay, then we have Skillshare. With a Skillshare, it is an online community based. It's a community based, meaning that if you are good, or if you have some certain skills that you are good at, suppose it's cooking, then you can upload your skills or your educational videos on the Skillshare, and then somebody can subscribe to your channel and they'll be able to view and learn. Okay, so and then they pay you. So these are the 5 e-learning platform mostly being used, but these are not the only one. You can actually go and start searching for other e-learning platforms that are there. In Africa, I have no idea of any e-learning platforms that we have created ourselves yet, but if there is any and you know of any, please do share so that we learn from one another. Okay, then we are now going to talk about multimedia and communication. Remember, with e-learning, it does not only happen on its own. Just looking at technologies and ICT, you need multimedia tools, which are also ICT or information technologies. They are part of them. And these are use of various of artistics of communication media. When you are using something that is kind of artistic, then it becomes multimedia. Okay, media is a way of how is a medium of communication, of sharing information. So you are going to use some multiple communication mediums there. Okay, and the multimedia learning describes learning through using of pictures and words. When you're using some pictures, not only pictures, also learning via videos, pictures, words, okay, animations. Those are all part of multimedia. So right now, I'm recording this video. You are going to watch this video. It's a multimedia. It's a multimedia because then you have the slides that you are able to read on the screen what is happening now, and you're also able to watch me when I'm teaching. And also, if I could have incorporated some of the images here and there in our slides, that also becomes the multimedia that makes it to be kind of artistic. When you include also animations, there are some that include some animations. Have you seen the slides that they change animations and they give you that wonderful view and interactions that you'll be interested to see how the slides are changing and all that? That becomes a multi-media learning. Now, the examples of multimedia learning includes watching PowerPoint presentations, watching a pre-recorded lecture, or reading just a normal textbooks. But in this case, we have the e-learning textbooks. We have, the electronic textbooks. All these ones, when you're doing all this, you have a multimedia learning within the e-learning. And that is how also the communication comes up. And then we have in an online, 2 or more multiple media exercises can provide interest. You are creating an interest, and then you can also create an engagement, and then an inspiration. When you incorporate all these things, you have a video, you have the audio, you have text, you have pictures, you have animations, you have cartoons and all that, you have gaming. When you combine all this into one learning, into one lesson, or not only one lesson, but into learning itself, then that's how you provide interest and then engagement as well as inspiration. Okay. Then we comes to learning management system. Remember, I'm telling you the overview and the concepts of e-learning in details. When we are talking of learning management system, then this is an online system or a software which is used to plan, to execute, to assess specific learning process. An example of our learning management system is IUM LMS, because for you to view this video is because I have uploaded it on the learning management system. And also, I also left a note and some articles for you to read. I also left the assignment that is going to test your knowledge and how you understand the course. All these executions of learning processes are happening on this particular system. So that is the learning management system, and it's there to facilitate the whole learning. Okay, instead of happening in the classroom, so the learning management system becomes the classroom or becomes the school where all these things are happening. Instead of coming and sitting in the classroom and then I give you a paper-based test, I have to upload this test on the learning management system where you are accessing all our learning and teaching pedagogy. They are all happening on the learning management system. Okay, so colleges, schools, and companies uses e-learning to deliver their online training courses. Like what is happening now with IUM, we are using this element so that we can bring to you our education. We can bring to you our courses. We can train you using this IUM learning management system. Okay, so these are all the terminologies. This is how the e-learning plus the ICT, because then when we are talking of softwares, when we are talking of online, which is internet systems and websites, they happen because of ICT to bring for you electronic learning. If we do not have ICT, we are not going to have e-learning. And because of ICT, that is where we find the multimedia, that is where we find the learning management system, and all the other platforms of e-learning. I hope this now have opened you up to the course of e-learning in education, because we'll be now starting to create our courses using the learning management system, and we'll learn more on what is this e-learning and how does it happen, the electronic learning or the online learning. Like I said, for any question, I'll leave a chat there on the learning management system. And also here on the YouTube channel, you can also ask your question and I'll be able to answer you. Okay, so I'll see you next time. So I thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. So until next time, please bye.